You're probably thinking to yourself, who are these bastards? I don't know who they are. I don't remember hearing them ever before. Don't worry, people. I know we might seem like strangers. We've been away a while. The world has rotated a little bit more since we've last been through your airways, but it's okay. We're now back. We'll take you in our sweet, warm embrace of absolute random internet bullshittery. And we're here to bless your ears once again. This is the Yeah What of It podcast.
I enjoyed the sultry tones of that one. I liked it. I liked it a
I
lot.
needed a bit of a change.
I was just gonna. I was all I could think of was just screaming, "Welcome back to Inconsistent Podcasters Anonymous." But Beth said I didn't want to scare the dog, so I didn't.
But seeing as we're on the topic of podcast,
Yeah.
I think it's been that long since we last did one that I don't think we've mentioned this. So we're gonna have to mention the Hawk Tour podcast, all right? First of
Oh,
all,
I saw a fucking Sky News article about this. Yeah.
mate, it got even worse, right? It got even worse than what you can imagine, right? So for people who are living under a rock, some guy was out on the street asking people questions, and they asked her a question, and she replied with, "Oh, you just got a hot turn on that thing." She got famous real quick, real fast, just for that one line, right? And then she's is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? I think it's Jake Paul's
Jake
podcast.
Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul's podcast company picked her up. She's currently a number 3. I feel like you could put your imagination together to realize that podcast was dry as fuck. I watched it. I watched the first one, right? For
Did
science.
you?
It was fucking horrendous, right? Obviously, going in, I knew they're going to have nothing to talk about. You got famous for one stupid line, right? You have no sustenance whatsoever. Nothing, right? I counted this, right? Because I'm this sad. They said the line, right, 42 times throughout the whole entire podcast. They even had a whole section on the correct way to say it. And I was like, fuck you, right? This is awful. Absolutely trash, right? No idea how it's fucking third. Well, I do. It's obviously all paid for, right? So obviously,
Yeah.
podcast was awful. The people that they brought on were awful.
What's it
And then
called?
it's literally just called Talk Tour.
Talk.
TUAH.
Oh yes, with Haley Welch.
Yep. So obviously she's blown up, right? It's a fucking awful thing of no sustenance. But the latest controversy in it
Yeah.
is that she is now suing, obviously, because it's America and they love fucking suing each other.
They do.
She is now suing the person that made her famous, right? The guy who filmed the original video, to claim the video, saying it's hers.
But it's not.
But obviously it's not. I know it's not. You know it's not. Everyone else on the internet knows it's not. But because obviously this fame, she got fame real quick for nothing. It's obviously gone to her head, and now she's suing the original geezer for rights to the video, when she has no leg to stand on. A quadriplegic has more legs to stand on than her.
It does make me think, like, do you remember the £1 fish guy? £1
Yeah.
fish.
He had more skill. He had more fucking talent.
Yeah.
He deserved to have fame. He was
It's-
on Britain's Got Talent.
It's like if he came out today and then started releasing, like, albums. But all the songs are focused around
Of fish.
various
And
fish
in a
or
pound.
£1 items. I think he would do better. And he could have, like, an amazing collaboration with Poundland. And look, it's spinning a story for itself. Better than fucking, what's her name? Haley Welch.
Haley Welch. Yeah.
That's a very English name.
But
It's fucking stupid, man.
I don't know if it's had any more episodes. Obviously, I watched that first one and I was like, yep, nope, not doing this again.
Let me.
Fucking horrendous. I think 3 episodes last time I saw.
Oh no, there's a fourth. The description is straight from winning the People's Choice Country. Whoa, hang on.
What?
Straight from winning the... I feel like I've had a stroke. What the fuck? Who wrote this? Straight from winning the People's Choice Country Music Female Song of the Year. Welcome, Dasher. Do you know who Dasher is?
That? No.
No. No.
Who the fuck's that?
A country singer, apparently.
I never fucking heard of him.
Have you heard of Caitlin Bristow?
No.
No, neither have I. What about Whitney Cummings?
I've heard of that one. I have heard of that one.
I'm reading the description, and it's like, Hayley is talking to the mic to share her story.
So yeah, you can see the views go down. Episode 1, 1.8 mil. Episode 2, 670k. Episode 3, 448k. Episode 4, 155k, and that's been up for 3 days.
She's just got fuck all to talk about. I don't care. Do you know what I mean?
And even I've just seen the description of the fucking channel about coming off her unprecedented viral moment and biggest meme of all time. No, you're fucking not.
Definitely
I can
not.
name 10 memes. I can name 10 memes.
£1 fish.
Fucking that wouldn't even put him as great as all time.
£1 fish. Not greatest of all time, no, but just better.
Nah. Would it be? I think right. Let me
Right.
think from the top of my head. What's the greatest meme of all time? Or even just top 5. Doge.
Doge is good. He's a classic.
It's also universal.
That's true.
Oh,
What about a video one, though? A video meme.
a video meme?
You know, one of those moving pictures.
The first one that came to my head was he needs some milk.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's infinitely better. Sharkeisha, don't kick her. Off. And then boots her in the face.
Oh, there's also that you can't park there, mate. That's a good one.
Yeah, nah, but that's only good in the UK. We need international memes.
International memes.
International memes. So, Sharkeisha, don't kick her. Barbecue sauce on my titties.
2 guys sitting in a hot tub.
2 guys in a hot tub. Yeah, that's better. That's better than talk to her.
Yeah.
Instantly. There's so many greater videos. Where are their podcasts? I would rather see Sharkeisha Don't Kick Her as a podcast because I want to know why Sharkeisha kicked her.
You know what?
We never got to the bottom of it.
What would be a much better podcast is if the presenter of the podcast interviewed people who were like the focal points of memes and talked to them about how the memes have affected their life and what was the background behind it. Do you know what I mean?
True.
Like the guy who's like, only a spoonful, and he's got the giant spoon.
Oh.
Why does he have the spoon? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, but he's been on podcasts. That's King Badge.
Okay, well that was a bad example.
And the most recent meme, this chick going, scram! She's a stand-up comedian, so she already explained that. I can't even think of who went recently. My TikTok is just fucking brain rot at this moment in time. So that's partially why I've gotten this new screen, because it is just going to be pure brain rot. I'm going to have one screen of just fucking my game, another one of Subway Surfers, and another one auto-scrolling TikTok.
That is ultimate brain rot. I don't know if I'll ever see you again.
It's going to be... Well, I'm going to have to come out, because I'm obviously going to go to that medieval fighting thing. And,
oh, yeah.
And the cigar club. Yeah, I'm all for it. Because
you'll have to do an episode from both of those.
What fucking... Because I remember I was looking at it. So they do sword and buckler, long sword, wrestling. Yeah, so a buckler is like a dinner plate sized shield.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So sword and buckler, long sword, wrestling. So that's like obviously no weapons. You're just scrapping hand to hand.
Yeah, I know what wrestling is. Thank you.
and then a fourth one, and I can't remember what it was. And I was like, I'm here for all of this.
Yeah,
I'm here for this shit. I want to do it. That is another level of fitness. Because moving about's one thing, but moving about obviously you don't start immediately with the armor. You obviously start with all the foam shit. But once you get past the foam shit, and you're doing all in the armor, moving about's one thing, but moving about with fucking 60 kilograms, probably more, strapped to you,
You know
that's a
what?
real workout.
It's just reminded me. Me and Beth took this is when we just got the dog. And we took it to this little
Right.
cafe down by Park Rec near us, and I could hear this like clashing sound coming from somewhere. And I turn around. I'm turning around in my chair as if I'm there. I turn around, and there are these people with these fucking weapons just smacking each other with them. And only only one of the guys is dressed up, right? And it's like 5 or 6 of them, and they've all got ponytails, of course,
Of course.
and they're all like, if I said to you, the sort of people to go into Forbidden Planet,
Yep.
and they smell,
Probably owns a fedora.
yeah, I am
Yeah.
stereotyping,
Yeah.
but I also go into Forbidden Planet a lot. I actually pre-ordered a load of shit from there today, but the yeah, those sorts of people, but only one of them are dressed up, and I kind of felt bad for him because I reckon what happened is they said, "Oh yeah, we'll wear the armor, we'll wear the stuff. Oh yeah, it'd be great." And then it came to the day, and only one of them was like, "Yeah, I'm following through, I'm doing it." And then he got there and realized he's a fucking plonker and he's been done in. But I turned to Beth and I was like, "Oh, you see them? Look at them. What are they doing?" And Beth was like, "Don't tell him, Mick. You know you want to be over there." And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I really do."
Here's the question: how did he get there? Did he wear the
We're just on the
armor
tram.
on the tram? Because I get it. You've told me Nottingham is full of weird people, and I'm here for it. I experienced it firsthand. I saw a pimp named Slickback
I'm so glad it happened to you.
in the real life, and I really wanted to take a picture, but I couldn't. There was too many people watching. So I'm here for it, but I feel like a full suit of armor is a different level of
That is different.
weird.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the weird is you experience it and no one else does. I feel like if everyone experiences it's not as weird.
The thing is, these things happen so quickly that sometimes it's like you and a handful of other people see it, but because you realize it's you and like 4 other strangers, you're not going to discuss it because there's not enough of you to believe it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
know, a whole fucking army base of people saw the UFO at Rendlesham Forest. No one fucking believed them. No one's going to believe you that you saw some woman in a transforming wheelchair in Nottingham. No one's going to believe it. But it happened. I swear. I swear I saw it.
Maybe you just need to start wearing a GoPro around. Strap that fucking camera to your chest. Right?
What? Fucking Nottingham cam.
Yeah, because you can buy chest rigs that are very like subtle,
Discreet.
especially with that little jacket you always wear with all your pins on it. You can have like
yeah.
you can have it half zipped and have like the camera just poking out the top. And then I got this like remote control thing I just bought for it. It fits like a watch. So then all you'd have to do is just quickly hit the button on the watch and it will just start recording. And then you can document all these fucking weird people that you see.
You know what? I bet that would be a great YouTube channel. Because I've been seeing a lot of these recently. And my soon-to-be father-in-law watches them a lot, right?
What?
And it's these people who have these GoPro cameras strapped to their chest. And they just go up to, like, random buildings, which they're not supposed to be in, and just start recording and trying to get in.
Oh, right.
And then just, like, yeah, and, like, wandering around various cities, just trying to, I don't know.
If you want to see a good one, he doesn't really go in buildings much. He's more like interaction with the publics, and at first when I started watching it, I was like, "This is weird as fuck." But now I watch it every now and then because sometimes you get an absolute gem. And there's this guy called Charlie Veach, right? And
sounds familiar.
You might have seen, a few of his clips went viral, but he usually just goes out about. He'll say, like, for example, he'll go to Nottingham, right? He'll have his camera, and he doesn't use a GoPro. He uses a big fucking professional camera, and he'll just walk around. He'll just chat about anything. He's like, "Oh, these pigeons are doing pigeon things over there. Oh, that's a cool looking statue." And then for some reason, every video, there's always some weird person that interacts with him, right? And some of the times, it's like people go, "Oh, you can't film me, you can't film me." Oh,
Yeah.
I also have to preface quite a lot of times what he'll do. Like, say for example, yeah, you're in the busy town center, and something like the police are dealing with someone, right? He'll then walk up to this thing, stand like, I don't know, 5 meters away, and
Mm.
like just film it, just flat out film it, which is perfectly allowed to do.
Yeah.
But obviously, then the person gets aggy with this. Oh, stop filming! Stop filming! He's like, why? I'm just filming.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly allowed. And
Yeah.
there's always weird characters that film it. And I think the one that went popular was he was filming. I think it was in Croydon because it didn't look like Nottingham, but he was at like a tram stop,
Yeah.
and
Could
what
have
I
been
can only
Manchester.
describe is, oh, it could have been Manchester. Actually, it might be Manchester because I didn't hear a London accent. And this guy that I can only describe as falling through JD Sports with glue all over him. His
Yeah.
handler goes, "Oh, stop filming me! Stop filming me!" And he says to himself, "Back away!" in like a calm voice. He's like, "Back away," or
Yeah.
something. After, yeah, he's like, "Back away," or something to defend myself. So the guy comes charging at him, and Charlie Veach is he's a tall person. He's well over 6 foot, and this guy was shorter than me, and he just puts his foot out and just sends this guy flying. Like, just didn't like throw the kick. He kind of like put his leg up to his chest and then just
Yeah.
pushed, and this guy just went fucking flying all over the place. And yeah, mate, his videos are fucking hilarious. But I feel like you'd get something out of that, just going around Nottingham, just filming all the weird shit.
This is a nice segue, right?
Yeah.
So there's something going on at the moment called Goose Fair. Okay. Not
Does it involve geese?
No. Okay. I thought it would, and I was
Right.
severely let down the first time we went. It's just a
Right.
big fair, effectively. It's a big fair, and it's something to do with like the original history. They fucking sold geese there or something. But yeah, it's a really nice thing. They put it on every year, even though the council's bankrupt, and it's lovely. You got food stalls, you got rides, you got it's a fair, you know.
Yeah.
We went down yesterday, and we're walking through the park to get there. And this little kid, he must have been, I don't know, 8 or 9, I would say. Not breaching into like the tween age yet. I wouldn't say anywhere near 11 or 12. He's on a scooter. He fucking whips that bad boy in front of me. It's dark at this point. I can't really see him. He's in a hoodie. Whips his little tiny scooter in front of me. Not enough to block my path, but it's in my way. And then he looks at me and he says the words, "Do you like pussy? Because I do." Okay.
Right.
And I did not clock what he said until we'd passed. And Beth's like trying to hold in her laughter. And I'm like, hang on. Did that kid just say what I think he said? And she was like, "What do you think he said?" And then I repeated it. And she was like, "Yep, that's what he said." And I just thought, like, you're 7, mate. What? Why aren't you at home playing Pokemon cards? You know?
Why are you out after dark?
Whipping in front of people saying, "Do you like pussy? Because I do." I don't think you do, mate. I'm not sure if you know what it is. Crackhead behaviour, and he's not even 10.
On a Saturday, because obviously there'll be drunk people and it'll be funny. We'll both go out. We'll just have cameras
Yeah.
and we'll just we'll see what.
We'll just go for a wander, have a couple of beers, have a wander, see what happens. The amount of times we've had friends up, and one moment sticks to mind. We had 2 of our friends up. Shout out to Henry and Sav. We'd gone out drinking, and me and Henry just chatting, walking through the town, and he points at this guy and goes, "He's about to go up and hit someone." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, Just watch where he's walking. Just watch." And this lad, he's tall, he's got some sort of grungy band shirt on, he's got long, dirty blonde hair.
Yeah.
And he goes up, there's a group of other people just stood around, all wearing similar clothing. Like they all shop at fucking, where do we go? Blue Banana? Is that what it was called? The
Blue
emo shop we
Banana?
took you in.
Oh, Damaged Society.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different one. No, we definitely took you in Blue Banana. It was in the same place as the cigar place. It was in the same like shopping district. Anyway.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember it. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you talked about the dog collar.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All wearing clothing
Yeah.
similar to that. this guy with the blonde hair, and he's being chased by one of his mates. He's going, stop it, Dan, don't do it, don't do it, stop, you have to do it, don't, stop. And this little guy who's chasing him tries to jump after him, but doesn't. He hasn't like committed to it, so he half jumps, ends up just like falling down and gently pulling his trousers down a bit. And the guy who's got his trousers pulled down goes up to this guy and just fucking smacks him on the back of the head. And I'm like, fucking hell. And Henry's like, I told you that was going to happen. I told you. But it was like this guy hit him and then was like, oh shit, what have I done? Because he just stood there and like almost T-posed. It was so strange. It was so strange.
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
If that is your news done, I have got some absolute fucking winners today.
I got some other bows, but I tell them after.
Okay. I've got mine are like quick fire. They're not huge. There's not much to discuss.
Yeah.
Number one, a bit of a callback to something we discussed before. It's come from the Metro. Zoos barking pandas turned out to be painted dogs.
You saw this on TikTok.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, but this one, there was no denying they weren't dogs. The other ones, they like kind of went like, oh no, they are pandas. This one is 100% fact that they are dogs, which made it even better.
I'm gonna level with you. If I heard through the grapevine that a zoo had painted dogs to look like pandas,
I'd go see it.
I'd be more likely to go and see it.
I would as well. I want to see the painted dog. I want to see other. If they made a zoo, right, of animals pretending to be other animals,
yeah,
I reckon that would sell like hotcakes.
Oh yeah, I'd go and see it. 100%.
I'd 100% go see that. Just don't lie to me. If it's when you lie, it's when you go, yeah, that's definitely a panda, and I call you a bullshit. I'll be like, I'm not interested now. But if I turned up to a zoo with a giraffe dressed as a lion, I'd be like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Or if like you go up to the exhibit and there's like a plaque and it just says like panda with like the winky face next to it, the winky emoji. I'd love that. I think that'd be hilarious. The next one I've got, woman left in tears after finding out the true meaning of tattoo she got in Fiji.
What language is it in?
I'm presuming whatever they speak in Fiji. Oh yeah, it's literally Fijian. Yeah,
Fijian.
That's the one. So she got this thinking it meant. What did she think it meant?
Oh God, was it like strength?
I found it. So the tattoo read Matinavola Levu, okay, which she was told meant fun. Of course it was. She was told it meant fun, spontaneous person.
Let me guess. Can I guess what it actually meant?
Yes.
Was it a sentence or a single word?
It's 2 words.
Ooh. Fat cow. Dumb bitch.
No, it's
chicken nugget.
It's cheekier, okay? Do you want to know what it is?
Go.
It's just capital letters. But the best part is it's all in lowercase.
Fuck's sake.
Someone also insisted that it has an alternate meaning, which means big book, which in Fijian can translate to a way of saying you have many adventures or you've got lots of stories to tell. But I don't think it does. I think it says capital letters in lowercase. I've got 2 penis ones now.
Oh, great. Welcome to the Schlong Hour.
Man goes to doctors for hip x-ray and finds out his penis is turning to bone. I'll let you process that.
Nah, the thing I'm processing, because I was trying to work out what the name of that disease is. I know it's called, the fancy name of it's statue condition, where all your muscle starts turning into bone. But I didn't know it can just be localized to the dick, or is it just starting there and then he's eventually turning? His whole body's going into stone.
I swear I read the medical name of it in here somewhere. Basically, what's happened is he had a dodgy knee. He went in to have the knee looked at after falling over. And whilst doing the x-rays, they reported that his penis was becoming an, this is quotes now, extraskeletal bone. So what was happening is plaque-like,
Right.
there was like a plaquey, bony substance mixed with calcium building up in that area and moving and growing along his penis.
Oh.
So they asked
Fucking
him
hell.
they asked him to stay. He insisted on leaving. Right. My last
That sounds horrible.
my last news, also penis related. This one is just an absolute doozy. Man amputates his own penis and stores inside snow-filled jar after taking magic mushrooms. So,
What, like a snow globe?
no, just a jar.
Oh, I thought you said snow-filled globe, snow-filled jar.
It is a snow-filled jar.
As in actual snow.
Yeah, in a jar.
Right.
So this lad, right? I say lad, he's 37 years old. He goes on holiday to Austria, and he consumes 4 to 5 Class A magic mushrooms, and this was around about 9 p.m. I think, and he's by himself, and he just decides, you know what? I'm going to take an axe to my penis. And he apparently had a history of depression and excessive alcohol abuse. And he said he doesn't really remember doing it. He says he blacked out, but when he came back round, he chopped his penis into 4 different pieces. Okay.
Wait.
Yeah. I don't know. Your questions I cannot answer. He obviously comes round to what's going on. There's blood everywhere. He stumbles out into the street. But what he's done is he's taken a jar and he scooped some snow from outside, put it in the jar, and put his dismembered penis in amongst the snow, right? Which is clever. Apart from, he also scoops up loads of fucking soil.
Yeah, a load of shite, so it's going to fester.
So someone spots him and is like, what the fuck? And they take him over to...
Oh, he's just doing this in public. This wasn't like in his back garden.
Yeah, he stumbled out now. He stumbled out of the hotel. He's in the street now.
Right.
And
obviously, blood on the front patch of his trousers.
Yes, it's everywhere. And by the time he gets to the hospital, his penis has been detached from him for 9 hours. Right?
Where the fuck was he?
Just fucking about.
What was he doing?
Well, he blacked out for ages.
No, oh, right. Yeah, blood loss. Yeah.
And then they had to drive him over.
Yeah.
And the fucking surgeons then, they only went and fucking did it.
You got it working again.
Yeah. They didn't manage to connect all of it, but they connected...
This is when it got 3/4 out of his. He's lost an inch.
No, they managed to return most of it. I think they had to get rid of one bit because it was just too fucked up.
This is when it was the tip.
So they did the procedure. They took him back to the ward, and he was still fucking hallucinating. So they had to put him in a intensive care unit, and I'm presuming they restrained him and everything.
Yeah.
What's even better, they left him in there, came back in. He'd taken more magic mushrooms. He brought some in with him, and he did some.
Oh, he just had it with him, so he thought, oh, fuck it. Might as well continue this.
They were found in his nightstand by doctors. He had to have...
No one think to search him?
Apparently not. But they gave him antipsychotic medication. They gave him baths. They gave him loads of different dressing, stitching, and all that. A week after the reattachment surgery, the man developed necrosis.
Oh no! You started getting a zombie dick.
But guess what?
Go on.
They only went and fucking did it again. They fixed it. They fixed it again.
Who is this doctor and why is he so good at fixing dicks?
I don't know. Austrians?
We
mark?
need answers to these questions.
And what was even more shocking is 3 months after surgery, the patient reported erections. And they don't really know how. They were like, yeah, you're never gonna get it up again. But not only can he piss normally, he can also get a hard on, no issues.
He just got lucky and rolled the dice there. Then I feel like if he did that again, maybe he won't be so fucking lucky.
Do you have news though? Do you have news though? Resuming
I
the news.
had a couple of weird things.
Okay.
Right? Obviously, it's American election time.
Mm-hmm.
So that means there's some pure comedy coming out at the moment. The main one I've been seeing is on TikTok, right? So I need to preface this first by saying punk music and punk rockers have always been against the establishment, right? They've always
Correct.
been left-leaning. They've always gone against the big man, right?
Yeah.
So one big punk rocker, I know you would have heard of him before, Green Day. They have a song called American Idiot, right? We all know the line, because I don't want to be a perfect American. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da. Yeah. So now, the right and all the people who are voting Trump have taken to Twitter, right? And then they'll put a caption up, and it goes like, oh, why aren't you voting Kamala Harris? And then they're lip syncing to that song. But there are two key features that they are missing out on. One, when Green Day originally made that song, it was literally a song against the right. That's why it was made, right? It was a song against the right. So that's fail number one.
Yeah.
Fail number two is, I think it was last month or the month before, they changed the lyrics to the song. So now it's no longer faggot American. It's I don't want to be part of that MAGA agenda.
MAGA.
So they changed it to be even more specific that it's against them. And yet somehow, because they're fucking thick as two short planks, they're still using the song. So it's like they're just shooting them motherfuckers in their foot.
The thing is, if you're
which
voting
is-
for Trump, you aren't necessarily the
You are
smartest.
you aren't the fucking brightest. But I've just been seeing some absolute fucking heat just showing you how thick they are on the other side. I think then there was another one I saw, which was this comedian. He went out to some fucking Trump rally, right? And he's
Yeah.
asking them very straightforward questions. But the one that kept getting me was he was asking about abortion and pro-life and whatever, and then he goes, there were two instances. One, he goes, what do you think about abortion? He goes, I'm pro-life. And he's like, all right, okay. So you want to, he's like, so you want to make sure the kids are safe and they're not getting killed? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay. So then would you advocate for stricter gun control? He's like, nah, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. But he's like, yeah, but guns are the leading killers of our children. And I've never seen a man go so quiet in my life. He just started blankly staring at the guy asking the questions. He was just like looking at him. He's like, yeah, but you wanted to protect the mate. He was grilling him. I've never seen someone look so uncomfortable. And then he just like did an awkward 180 and walked away. And then the other one was again. He was like, oh, would you on abortion? He's like, oh yeah, I'm pro-life. Then he just like went real close to the mic. He's like, these lefties, they wanna abort children after birth. And my face screwed up. I was like, eh? After birth? That's not an abortion. That's murder at that point. And he was like, yeah, that's what the left want to do. They want to abort kids after birth. And the guy is like, yeah, but that's not an abortion. That's murder. Where are you reading this? He's like, I've read it all over the place. He's just like, name one place it's read. I've read it so many places. I couldn't tell you. He's like, just one. Just name one. And he folded like a fucking hot Mars bar just to name one. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. They are bringing out the fucking animals. And then the worst one, so they had the presidential debates, right? So obviously presidents debated Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump.
Yeah.
She fucking schooled
Stomped
him.
him.
And then they had the vice president one. And JD Vance, I don't know if you know much about him, he's
Trump's one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Trump's one. He is
mental.
The most wishy-washy bootlicker I've ever seen. So
Okay.
there is videos of him saying on news, on live TV, saying that he hates Donald Trump. Right?
Is there?
Now, yeah, you can literally look it up. He was on, I can't remember what news it was. He was like, yeah, I'm not a Trump fan. Basically just slating Trump, right? Obviously, at some point, he realized his own thing wasn't going to work. And he thought, fuck it. I might as well just join this craziness and just start spewing random shit. Joins Trump, and now he's just like this big bootlicker, right? The perfect example of a bootlicker. But then, more, so he's obviously there talking on, in like, this is outside of the debate. He's obviously talking on like, trans rights and abortions and all this, and non-stop is just pictures of him coming up wearing wigs, wearing dresses, all this sort of shit. He was even wearing fucking eyeliner at the debate. People were like zooming in. It was like, that motherfucker's got eyeliner on right this second, and he's talking about let's not put trans people in the military. I'm like, how can you advocate against something and be part of it at the same time?
It's
It
just
makes
a
no
total
fucking
lack of
sense.
self-awareness.
And then, that's what I'm saying. He's a bootlicker. He's just there grifting, just so his name, so he can be famous. But then in the debate, right, he was just sprouting bullshit, right, non-stop bullshit. And then they were talking on, you know, the whole. Did you see the whole Haitians eating pets bollocks?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, so Trump
Yeah.
basically just went, oh yeah, out in Ohio, the Haitians are eating people's pets.
Yes, I heard about the Ohio thing. I didn't know it was specifically
Yeah.
Haitians.
Yeah, they specifically said Haitians, and then they were talking about that, and he just started sprouting bullshit, right? And then the moderator fact checked him, right? Because he sprouted some random thing. This is how you know. I feel like if anyone ever says this line or anything of some degree, you should know they're chatting bullshit. But she fact checked him, and his response was, I thought you weren't going to fact check us in this debate. That's how you know you got caught. That's how you know you got caught chatting shit and you thought you could get away with it. Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, I thought you weren't going to fact check us. Then he started spewing on some random nonsense. They had to cut his mic.
Did they?
Yeah, they had to cut his mic because he wouldn't stop talking after they fact checked him and realised he was full of shit.
It amazes me.
That's why I can't wait for this debate. I'm gonna find me a website where I can put a bet on. I'm gonna be placing some money on this.
I thought Trump said he wouldn't go against Kamala again in a live debate.
Yeah, he won't go against her in another debate because obviously he got his ass fucking handed to him.
What I find amazing about that is
Hmm.
at least if he went back and got his ass handed to him time and time again, at least you could say, well, fair enough. He didn't back down. He repeatedly went back to get fucked. But he's backed down. So in my eyes, let's say hypothetically I was a Trump supporter, and then he's turned around and said, I'm not going to fight her again, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, well, you're a pussy then. Like, you've gone all this way, and Kamala Harris has come up against you, which you knew was coming. You knew this was going to happen. And you've gone, oh, no, I don't like it. I don't like the way she's made me feel.
Yeah, you just buckled.
Fucking
Where's your backbone
wuss.
now? Look at that video I sent you. That just popped up on my TikTok.
This is the moment a TikToker spotted what they believe is Bigfoot.
This is from a news TikTok as well.
The user filmed what appears to be a large figure sitting under a tree. Many people in the comments were convinced the encounter was 100% real, while others thought it was just someone in a costume.
It's difficult with that because there's not a lot of facial movement.
100% real, while others thought it was just someone
Yeah.
in a costume.
If there was facial movement, I'd be like, yeah, okay, it's like cool. But because there's no facial movement, like you don't see the nostrils move, you don't see the mouth moving at all, even though it looks like he's sniffing the plant. I'm a little bit on edge about that one.
And I just saw it pop up while I was looking at brain rot.
I got to shoot off in a sec. So,
Right, I got to put my insurance bit in here first.
Yeah, go on.
Right.
Go on.
I'm putting this in here because I know G doesn't listen to the podcast, so I could show her this in a year's time. But that fucking ring was my idea, right? I know Jake ain't gonna give me anything, so I'm gonna let him have his moment. I'm gonna give him a whole year. If he doesn't use anything in that year, that's his problem.
Yeah, you
Right?
can bring it up in
It
a
was my
year.
idea. Yeah, I'll bring it up in a year. Right? It was my idea. I thought, oh yeah, that's a nice, sweet thing. You can remember for the rest of your life. Because obviously a dog's a special thing. I hate losing dogs. I've lost two. That's just the nature of it. But hopefully the ring was pretty cool. That is, if he does get it. If he doesn't, you're gonna have to remove this fucking episode. I hope he does. But in a year's time, you would know it was my fucking idea. But for now,
We'll let it slide.
Jake's the top dog. He's the greatest guy ever.
Yeah, big husband dollar.
There you go, that's my insurance. This was Harry and Kehan, bringing once again to your fucking airways. I'm sorry we took so long to come back. But you know, we're getting old now. We're old fucking people. We're not even 30 yet, but we have shit going on, so maybe our times can't work out. But we hope you fucking enjoyed this one. And maybe we won't be on a long break as before. I don't know. We're fucking useless. But thank you for joining us on the Year Whatever podcast. I am an outro.
Welcome to the What Up podcast. Sit back and relax. Above sightings, people rose, conspiracies and open doors. Check out the weirdest news around the globe. We'll take you down the rabbit hole. Yeah, what if when the weird world's a few takes out there chasing stories that's funny too. Harry's hunting cryptids across the land. See him spitting facts. Better watch those hands. Buckle up, bitch. Yeah, what of it?
Okay, go on. What have you found on what 3 words?
Obviously, TikTok wasn't TikToking, so I was just looking at places in what 3 words. So in Cocklebiddy, Western Australia, there's a what 3 word for thick backside pleaser. In North Africa is cheek clapping expert. Basingstoke, I got spit into mouth.
Fuck yeah, you did.
And then a bit closer to here, a bit closer to Nottingham, what I found in Duffield, Derbyshire, giving head gently. And in Inner Mongolia, photographing skimpy toddlers. Yeah, it is. There's photographing
joking.
skimpy toddlers in Mongolia.
You're not joking. That is awful.